Hey everybody, it's Zach from Myshire Farm. I'm hoping that you can hear me. Thank you for joining us this week on our weekly live Q&A every Sunday. I do have some things that I need to go over pretty quick. I'm going to be announcing the winner in just a second to our contest for this week, and then I've got an egg availability update. But I need to get let's see, need to get set up on the comments here. There we go. So, first and foremost, thank you very much for showing up. I appreciate it. If you can hear me, please let me know you can. I would appreciate that as well. I'm actually going to be doing it outside tonight because, well, it's been a week from crap. And everything that could break broke, and I've been in the barn way too long this week, and I don't want to hear any more quail for the rest of the night, even though I can still kind of hear them. But thank you for joining. This is our live Q&A. We do this every Sunday. So what we do is you can ask any questions concerning Coturnix quail, and I will try to help you and answer those. We do have a lot of fun. Two things that we do is if you would like to let us know where you're from, I always do a shout out. That's always a lot of fun. And if you've hatched out hatching eggs this week from us, feel free to let us know what the hatch rate was, and we announce that. That's always a lot of fun as well. Egg availability update. I do have quite a bit of things that are out of stock on the website right now. Jumbo wilds, jumbo white wings, sex link, jumbo Egyptians, pansy fees, pandas, a lot. I'm getting caught up pretty fast. Nothing will be going on the website this week. However, it does look like the jumbo white wings, sex links, jumbo Egyptians, pansy fees, and jumbo wilds will be on next week. So you will want to check out the first couple of minutes of our live Q&A a week from today, next Sunday, to find out when I'll be putting them back on. And then we had a contest this week. I mentioned it here on our live Q&A last Sunday. I did a video on it on Monday. The winner, so I picked out of a hat. I accidentally picked two names at the same time, so I'm going to honor them both. Because I felt like that was the fair thing to do. So there's going to be two winners, so congratulations. So the two winners are Benjamin Norman and Michael Thornton. So congratulations, both of you won the contest for the review. I do appreciate it. I have read a lot, not all yet. It's been a crazy week. I mean, I'm telling you, anything that could break this week broke. Our goat barn broke, our sewer system broke, our incubator broke. I mean, everything just broke. I had to move 800 new breeders into cages, which I guess I'll call it a detractor. One thing that I saw in the reviews is it took a little bit longer to receive the eggs than what was expected. So I am going to work on that. Unfortunately, it's just a supply and demand thing, and I can only have so many quail. I really thought 5,000 would be the limit. It's not, but I just added 800 more breeders that have been laying for a few weeks with males, so they went into cages this week. So we'll start using that. So that'll be an extra, 775 eggs a day, and that should help a lot. But I do really appreciate all of the feedback. I really do. We are going to be doing another contest, not this week. I have not had a lot of time. Now the geese are talking to me. I have not had a lot of time to do much of anything online. So if you've texted me or emailed me or called me or messaged me or whatever, I'm not ignoring you. I've just had to take care of a lot of stuff this week. So I'll be getting caught up with that this week. So thank you for being patient. Now, I think that's all the announcements. So just a quick recap. We will be putting a ton of stuff back on the website next week. So next Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the first few minutes, I'll be doing an egg availability update to let you know when they'll be going back on our website. And the winners of our contest this week was Benjamin Norman and Michael Thornton. And then I just complained for another 3 minutes, so you didn't miss anything else. But I would appreciate it if you support our channel and hit that like button for me. I would greatly appreciate it. We will get started. So the first one is, hi everyone, hope everyone is having a beautiful Sunday. Thank you very much. That was from Tammy. EA, I'm assuming was referring to being able to hear me. Christopher says, hello, it has been a great day. Thank you. Wonderful. Let's see, Heidi Sparks says, got some rain today, so a lovely cool off, and here's hoping it helped the fires here in Colorado. Absolutely. Wish you the best of luck with that. We did get some rain this week as well, which was much needed. Having a great Sunday with my family. Hope everyone else is too. Absolutely. Tammy says, I pray that the rain helped, but the rain was nice. I'm ready for autumn. Been too hot. It has been a very hot summer, absolutely. Patrick says hello from Sparta, Missouri. Loving life at home from Washington State. Welcome. Bama Urban Quail says my sound is good. That's great. Rashun from Lake Charles. I can hear you. I can hear you. Jake from Nova Scotia. Welcome. Chuck from West Virginia. Don't get a lot of West Virginians. I don't know if that's what you're called, but welcome. Thank you for showing up. Brian says happy Sunday. Robert Halverson, I don't know why I always mess that up. Red Wing, Minnesota says hello. Dominican Republic is in the house. Welcome. Heidi Sparks is not talking to me. Jennifer from Eastern Oregon, welcome. Autumn from Minnesota, welcome. Jessica from Sarasota, Florida, welcome. Crystal from Southern Illinois, and David from Idaho Falls, Idaho. Dan from Hawaii, welcome. Let's see, Wolf Lover 08 from Florida. Barbara from Central Florida as well. Travis Wirt says, I ordered 230 jumbo wild eggs on the 11th. When can I expect to receive them? I would assume this week. We sold 2 weeks worth of jumbos in 24 hours. So it really just depends on when you're on the list, but I would expect that our jumbo wilds will be fully caught up by next Sunday. So sometime this week. Triple G says, hello from Tennessee near Fort Campbell Army Base. Excited for order to come. Tuxedos ordered 8/9/2020. Congratulations. And they will be going out shortly. I think I only have 3 or 4 more orders of tuxedos. I almost called them black ties. It's just what I call them. Joyce from Northeast Oklahoma, welcome. Okay, there's a lot of flies out here. Joshua, I just hatched out 30 out of 55 birds. I sent an email out to you with all the details. Wonderful. I'm going to write it down anyway because I have not gotten to emails for like 5 days. It's going to be awful when I do it. But congratulations on that. David Morris says, hello from Michigan. Thanks for getting my eggs quickly. They're in the incubator. Awesome. Good luck, and hope to hear from you in a couple weeks to let us know how it goes. Couple people were congratulating the winners. So yes, absolutely. Robin Hill, I'm in Georgia. Welcome. I had only 3 baby quails to survive. I was very upset, but babies are doing very well. Wonderful. Floyd Spencer from Mexico. Welcome. Dan from England. Welcome. Roger from New Mexico. Michael Thornton is on. You are one of the winners. Congratulations. You'll want to text at 937-760-7282 with your information, and I will get those out to you this week. Waylon DeGraw from New York. Your eggs are also going out this week. Robin Hill says, love your videos. Thank you very much. Dan Sharp says, pansy feed video, you said to use pansy, but how do you make pansy? Very good question. that is a very long process, and I didn't actually make the pansies, I got them. So the best thing, you can make pansies, but the best thing to do is just to have pansies. I would order pansies, such as other colors as well. But that would definitely be the easiest, fastest way to do it, because it would take years to create pansies. Jim Burns says, hello everyone from Vermont, welcome. Eddie from Arkansas is in the house. Good day, Zach. I'm Stamos. I got a question about selective breeding. Do females have dominant traits or males, or is it random on the offspring? It really depends on what you're looking at and what you're trying to selectively breed. Typically, the male is the most important, typically. Nate from Bama, welcome. Nope, just read that one. Robin, I'm very new with quails. Any advice for me? Eddie, not talking to me. You could watch a bunch of my videos. We have a ton of playlists on our main page on our YouTube channel, Myshire Farm. You go to the tab that says playlists, and I've broken them down to new to quail and what you need to know, the hatching process, frequently asked questions, and things like that. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask, which is why I'm doing this now. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. And I would greatly appreciate it if you hit that like button for me. That would be phenomenal. Tomorrow I am actually going to be gone all day. I've got some family business to take care of. It's going to be a family road trip, so I don't know how that's going to go, but we'll try to make the best of it. And then I'll be getting caught up with all my messages on Tuesday. And then Wednesday, Thursday, I'll be doing some videos about more colors, because I've kind of slacked off on that this week just because it was a long week. Let's see. Smoky Tech says, good day, Texas, Australia, 9:05 a.m. on Monday. Good morning. Christopher Ashbury, hello from Texas. Welcome. Horde says, hello from Virginia. My quail are 6 weeks. Looking forward to eggs this week. Wonderful. Good luck. Tammy in Virginia is, yeah, 2 Virginias in a row. Welcome. Tanya, Muddy Farm 75 from Southern Indiana. Welcome. Tyler Shepard from Lakeland, Georgia. Welcome. Joyce, hope things get better soon for you. It's, you know, you got to take the good with the bad. It's good to learn when things break, what you can do for preventive maintenance. As far as preventive maintenance go, we're kind of winging it just because everything's brand new. So yeah, it's not been a bad week. It's just been a long week. And I've just, had to let something kind of go. Usually it takes me about 12 hours to respond to all emails and texts and voicemails. And I'm about 3 days behind, which isn't, I guess, awful because it's been the weekend as well, but I feel bad. And that's kind of my thing, so. But, we learned a lot this week, and we replaced a bunch of parts that need to be replaced, and now we kind of know how long they'll last. So, yeah, a lot of good things came out of it as well. And that's how I think we should look at things, is everything can be either a failure or a learning process. And I am not the smartest quail person there is, but I have had a lot of failures, which are a lot of learning lessons. So, Patrick Folt says 36 out of 50 of my own jumbo whites hatched out. That's wonderful. Congratulations. Finger Lakes, New York. Ronald, welcome. King of the Coop, San Juan, Texas. Welcome. No Lopez from Palm View, Texas. Welcome. Ken Taylor. I did an 18-hour power outage during 4th day in incubation here in Indiana, hoping they survived. Most likely, it's been pretty hot and pretty humid. I'm right next to Indiana. 18 hours, as long as you didn't open it up and it kind of kept all the heat in there, I think you will be fine. It wasn't too far into the process, but good luck. Tammy, ordered 75 eggs from you yesterday, got our incubator today. I'm so nervous, but so excited. Never hatched anything before. That is always a lot of fun and nerve-wracking, my best advice that I could give you is just enjoy it. If it doesn't go extremely well, or you know, you get a 50-55% hatch rate, that's great. We can work on it. We can improve it to 70, 75, maybe higher, and just enjoy the process. That's the best advice I can give you, because you're going to look back and remember it. And quail are very addicting, and you'll just want to have a fond memory, even if it's a bad one, which it won't be. It's going to be great. Also, I should probably let you know, a lot of you might be like first timers or not very frequent. For those of you that are frequent, you know that I'm trying to stop drinking caffeine, which, by the way, I have. I've only had 3 this week, but I'm having one right now because, well, it's the end of my week and I'm exhausted. And I still have about 4 hours left after this to keep getting stuff done, because I have to leave at 10 a.m. tomorrow, and I won't be back until God knows when. 10 o'clock at night, probably. So, let's see. Renee. Hello from Lower Alabama. Welcome. I'm planning on getting a bunch of either jumbo wilds or jumbo meat makers. I just finished a hatch of standard quail. That's great. Good luck. And I wish you the best. Hilltop Outdoors. Hello, Zach. 17 out of 30, 17 out of 25 jumbo wilds hatch. They're in the brooder now and already growing like weeds. Thanks again. Not a problem. Congratulations, and I will write that down. 17 out of 25 jumbo wilds. So I do have, I did not put them into the brooder or into the breeder cage yet. I've still got 3 weeks left, but I've got 360. Hold on. 6 times 6 is 30. Yeah, 360. I've got 360 jumbos that are 7 weeks old, and I am trying to prevent them from laying eggs as best as I can, so that they can keep growing, but they are laying like crazy right now. But I did happen to just weigh a couple just because they looked big, and I'm very, very excited. I'm a little behind on where Verna is, because she's got like 5-week-olds that are 9.5 ounces, but my 7-week-olds today, so I weighed them 2 days ago, so they were 6 weeks and 5 days, and they were about 9.25 ounces. And they're going to be part of the new breeders. And then I've got 1,500 jumbo wilds hatching out today and tomorrow. That will also be going to the breeder cage. So I'm very excited about that. So hopefully they will not be out of stock all the time. And if I put them in stock, they won't be sold out within 24 hours. So I promise I'm really, really working on it. Also, just another side note that you probably will need to know, I'm going to destroy this fly eventually because it keeps landing on me. But I rant a lot, and so if you don't enjoy that, you're probably really not going to like this video. But I just go on rants, and I'm not too sure why. Last YouTube video, I got off and I went, oh my God, what was I doing? Like, I just talked forever. Last week was a little extreme. Oh, thought I got it. Christopher Ashbury. Built a 4-cage stacking pen. The pens are 2 by 3 by 12 tall. How many breeders do you suggest for each pen? Gosh darn it, that fly is super fast. Now it's gone. 2 by 3 is 6 feet. 6 feet times 3.5. 6, 12, 18... 19, 20, 21 is what I would recommend. I recommend 3.5 quail per square foot. William Taylor from Mexia, I hope I said that right, Texas, welcome. Rhett from Illinois, welcome. Gosh darn it. I really like to get about 100 likes, just because That's my goal. So if you could hit the like button, I'd really appreciate it. But I'm gonna be honest, if I can kill this fly on my shoulder, I'm gonna take that as the win for this video more than anything else, because it's driving me crazy. But also making me appreciate the inside, because I really don't have that problem inside, and that's great, because last year in the old barn, we had a fly issue. A lot more circulation, much better poop system, a lot of different things this year. You said your reviews stated it took a while to receive their orders after they were made. I wanted to let you know I've had the opposite experience. Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you very much. It really depends on what you order. For example, it just depends, you know, like, for example, Thursday, we sold, I think, 5, it could have been 4. We sold either 4 or 5 days worth of pandas in one day, which is great as far as business goes. But if you add that up and you say, well, I was 3 days behind, now I'm 7 days behind, and then, you know, 5 more people order, you know, I mean, that's a week and a half. People don't, the eggs are collected same day as they're shipped for most of the time. So it's not like I just keep your eggs around. We ship Monday, Tuesday, we ship 4 days a week. It just depends on where you're at on the list. So for example, I put the Jumbo Wilds on the website, I don't remember, I think it was Monday, 1 p.m. By 1 p.m. on Tuesday, they were all sold out. But if you ordered them at 8 o'clock at night on Monday, you're at the end of that 2-week wait. So you might have ordered them the same day that I put them on the website, but a lot of people got there super fast. I mean, I put them on at like 1:02, and I mean, they were going like crazy. So just keep that in mind. But I really don't like people waiting. Unfortunately, there's just so much that I can do, and I'm running out of cage space. I am going to be adding a couple cages right down the middle to increase that. But again, I mean, if somebody orders, you know, I can only keep so much of one color because we have so many colors. So every cage is designated to something. And then I've got the most popular colors have multiple cages: Jumbo Wilds, Jumbo Whites, Jumbo White Wings, Jumbo Egyptians, SSCs, pearls, things like that. But, you know, if you order, I don't know, let's say, trying to think of a not so much of a most popular color. If you order Fab Fees, I don't know why those don't sell very fast. I feel like those are one of the best. I mean, they're one of the largest, they're feather sexable, they're pretty, they're rare. I don't know why people don't order that more. I would put it in the top 3, top 4. I'd put it in, it would be the 4th. Jumbo Wilds, Jumbo White Wings, SSCs. Top 5. Mix would be in there. I don't know why people don't order more mixes either. Mixes are the best way to go. You get a mix of everything, variety of all kinds of fun stuff. And then you can work with fun colors and get weird randoms. Rambling, moving on, I apologize. Heather from Northeast Ohio, welcome. Buster from Oklahoma, my Jumbo Wilds will be 5 weeks old tomorrow. Congratulations, I'm glad they're doing well. Rebecca from Ohio, welcome. Looking forward to getting my eggs this week. This is my first try at hatching eggs. Nervous and excited. Absolutely, I completely understand that. Again, my best advice is just enjoy the experience, good or bad. Let it ride, learn, live, laugh, you know, all that fun stuff. Billy Bell says, does SSC breed true? I did do a video that you might want to watch. It is on our main page under the playlist tab under all about the colors, and there's an SSC one on there. It gives you all the information, like 10 minutes worth of information about SSCs, but long story short, no. But you'll get a ton of information if you watch that video. And we're at 82. So if we could have 18 more likes, I would really appreciate it, supporting the channel. Thank you very much. David Gilmore says, Zach, do you start hatchlings on Save a Chick, and how often do you give them electrolytes? I do not give chicks electrolytes. I only give it to the breeders once every 2 weeks, and it's just a routine for me. I really don't see any differences at all, but whatever. It's a good routine. Can't hurt. Doesn't cost that much money. Makes me feel better. I don't know. Vals from the UK, welcome. Actually, I have a question for you, Vals Homestead. Do you sell quail hatching eggs? Because I had like 6 people this week contact me asking where they could get some quail eggs in the UK. So if you do, please let me know. Kurt Stoner says hello from Central Oklahoma. Finished hatching our first shipment of 110 eggs. Got 65 of 100 for 60% hatch rate. New shipment of 110 jumbo wild eggs to arrive on Tuesday. Thanks so much. Congratulations. That's wonderful. I will write that down. 65 out of 100 jumbo wild. Oh. Let's see, Renee Brown, have you ever had a hatch last 7 days? No. If you have a hatch that lasts 7 days, most likely your temperature is not reading correctly. I just hatched out 5 out of 7 dozen standard wilds, had them hatching for a week. I bought the eggs locally in Florida. I'm wondering if this is normal or what. No, it sounds like it's a temperature issue. It should be 99.5 degrees Fahrenheit, but even if it's reading that, I would double check it. I always recommend having multiple thermometers in there to check the temperature, because sometimes they get out of whack. Heidi Sparks, can quail eat sunflower seeds? I have no idea. If someone has the answer to that, feel free to answer. Does the shell need to be removed first? I don't know that as well. Are there any seeds they shouldn't eat? I don't know any of those answers. I apologize. I have never tried that. But if somebody has the answer, feel free to answer. I know a lot of people on here have different experiences, and we try to help each other out, which is wonderful. Levi says hi from Dayton. I'm in Dayton. Welcome. It's day 15 for us. We put our 30 eggs in lockdown. That's wonderful. Good luck. And hopefully we'll hear from you next Sunday on what the hatch rate was. So one of my birds, this is from Wyatt, one of my birds laid a blue egg, but hasn't laid any more blue eggs. Will she lay another blue celadon egg? I don't know if it was a celadon. If they're celadon layers, then they're always celadon layers. It could have just been a random discolored egg and maybe not a celadon. I don't know. But I've never heard of a celadon lay celadon eggs and then not. Every celadon that I've ever had and everyone that I've talked to, either they're celadons or they're not celadons. So, King of the Coop. I like that name. Hi, have you ever had an aggressive quail? They're too aggressive with female quail and kills. Yes. Oh, dear Lord. I'm breaking everything over here. Please hold. I have a light that's behind this camera because I didn't know if it was going to get dark or not. And I feel very cramped. I'm going to move you guys back a little bit and get a little bit more comfortable. I forget the question, so I'm going to read it again. Hi. Have you ever had an aggressive quail? Oh, yeah, aggressive. Yes. We actually breed out aggressors. So anytime that there is an aggressor at all, male or female, we call. I don't know if that's... Unfortunately... Alright, so here's my stance on the whole calling thing. I know a lot of people don't like calling. They want to give them a shot. They hate losing quail. They want to increase numbers, not decrease numbers. I completely 100% agree with that and understand. No, I completely understand where you're coming from. However, there is nothing worse in a breeding program than not being very, very, very strict. So whether it's genetic or not, you know, whether it's wry neck or splay leg or you know, not being very productive or prolapse or, you know, just kind of smaller than the average size, or laying smaller eggs, or laying discolored eggs, or aggression, or anything like that. Put it in a different cage and use them as, you know, eating eggs. But you really, really don't want anything like that in your breeding program. And there is a very fine line, in my opinion. And I should probably mention this a lot more than what I do, but everything that I say is just my opinion. It's just my experience with quail. Now, I really don't like saying this because I feel like it's bragging, and I hate that. But I have had a lot of quail. I have hatched and raised and taken care of more quail in my time than a lot of people will ever have. Right now I've got, what's 5,000 plus 1,600? 6,600. I've got 6,600 quail in this barn, and I've got 1,800 hatching. I mean, I am like to the max. Like, I makeshifted more brooders and cages just because I don't have anywhere to put everything. Because I'm just trying to increase production right now. But by having that many quail consistently, not that I've had that many quail, this is the most quail I've ever had in my life. Once these, we'll say 1,500 hatch, that'll be the most quail I've ever had at one time. But having thousands and thousands of quail consistently for years, it gives me a lot of experience. And as most of us know, hopefully most of us will agree that experience comes knowledge. I've talked to a lot of good people. I've talked to a lot of experienced people. I talk to a lot of customers that have successes and failures, and we work at them together. That's a big reason why I try to help everybody when they have a problem with quail, whether they're mine or not, because it's always something that I can learn, you know? So with that being said, I try to keep the peace, and a lot of the things that I say are kind of blanket statements because they have to be, because I don't know everybody's specific situation. However, in the past, I've always tried to encourage people to keep quail, because that's what our mindset was when we started. So I'm not saying you're wrong if you want to try to keep every quail, no matter what the reason. But if you're starting a breeding program, looking back, that was one of my mistakes, is I kept quail I probably shouldn't have. You know, so for example, scarlets. Let's say the average size for scarlets is 8.5 ounces. And one was really pretty, but it was only 7.5 ounces. I would have put it into the breeding cage. I wouldn't do that now. Even if it's the most beautiful scarlet I've ever had, I don't want that size anymore. I want a balance between size and color. So I'm just at that stage, and you might not be at that stage. So I would really, really keep that into consideration. But the whole reason why I went on this rant is because these are my opinions from my experiences. So you might have a different experience. For example, Tanya has a great setup that is outside in Indiana, which is right next door to Ohio. And she does great. I had no success when I had them outside. They didn't lay well for me. They were timid. They didn't like it. I couldn't collect it was just all, like, nothing worked for me when we had them outside. Nothing worked for me when they were in the aviary. Nothing worked for me when we had them in the little quail tractor. But she has great success with it, and that's wonderful. I just wasn't doing something right. It just didn't work for me. So, I hope that I can help you. I really, really do. That's why I do this every Sunday. Believe me. But you have to take a step back and think, does this work for me? And sometimes just take the overall advice or opinion that I'm giving you and make it your own. If that makes sense. I don't feel like that made sense. I hope that made sense. I think it made sense. I'm gonna move on. I hope that made sense. So yeah, if you have aggressive quail, you're gonna want to take care of them and not put them in your breeding program, male or female. And you also want to be careful because they might not necessarily be aggressive. It might be another issue. So for example, it could be they're not getting enough food because everybody else is hogging the food, or they might not be getting enough water. Might not be enough spots for food or enough space for water, or they might be overcrowded, or there could be other reasons why they pick on other quail. So just keep that in mind as well. Let's see, Spike. Hello from North Carolina. Hello. Have you ever had problems with snakes getting into your quail barn? If so, what do you do to deter them? Deter. I think the goose just laughed at me. Deter them from getting in. I know I'm not saying it right, but we're gonna move on. No, we've always kept ours inside. We've really not had any snake issues. There was one snake that went into the old barn, and I only saw it because I literally opened the door to go in and it slithered, and I jumped, obviously. It was just a little gardener snake. And then I picked it up and threw it outside. Never saw it again. I mean, I walked it down, I don't know, 500 feet and threw it. But that's the only time I've had a snake issue. Rachel says, hello from Hatfield, Arkansas. Welcome. Wayland message. Hey. I hate that goose. Wayland is talking to Ronald Groves. Ronald Groves is talking to Wayland. Kevin. Hi, Zach. I bred some average-sized gold Manchurians, and 100% of the female offspring weighed over 11 ounces at 8 weeks. Any idea how that happened? Fluke? Most likely. Typically, my rule of thumb is it needs to happen 3 times in a row to consider it true. So if that happened, that's wonderful. Congratulations, you're well on your way. And that's great. But I would not, for example, if that's what I was working on, I don't like the jumbo Egyptians. We've had Egyptians for a long, long time. We haven't had jumbo Egyptians until this year. Now, we had jumbo Egyptians, I don't know, 9 months, close to a year before I announced that they were jumbos, because I wanted to hatch 3 times, grow them out, breed them separately, and make sure that their offspring was also jumbo before I announced that. So just keep that in mind as well. But my rule of thumb is 3 on that. But that's great, and congratulations. Let's see. Southeast Idaho's in the house. Welcome. Variety colors are 4 weeks old. Any tips on vent sexing birds that aren't foaming quite yet? 4 weeks is very, very young to vent sex. I can't even do that. No, I would wait until 6 weeks to be sure. Waylon is not talking to me again. Chris Daly says, hello, Zach. This is Chris from Tampa, Florida. Welcome. I appreciate your passion for Coturnix quail. Thank you very much. I placed my first order with Myshire a few days ago, 25 panda. I'm so excited to receive them. Wonderful. You were probably one of the many people that ordered pandas the other day, and so they will probably be about a week out. But I will send them. They will be laid same day or within a day or two, depending on, just because pandas are backed up right now. But that's great, and congratulations, and I wish you the best. Um, Damn flies. Absolutely. Actually, I think I don't remember killing it, but it left. So I'm good now. Val's Homestead says, I love a good rant. Well, you are in luck, because I do it a lot. Chuck says, I was talking to my quail, and one was cooing at me. I went in garage and came out, and it looked like it was drooling. Have you ever seen anything like that? It's not too hot here. It doesn't have to be too hot. If they have, if you have a cage full of quail, I don't know if you've ever, like, if you've transported quail for any reason and put them in a box, they get super hot super fast together. Like, their body heat just exudes just massive amounts of heat. So it could have just been a hot thing. I'm not too sure. Heirloom says, hello all, welcome. George says hello from Fairfield, California. Welcome. Rachel Hayes, I just put 11 eggs in the incubator. Good luck. Verna says, oh wow, didn't realize how late it was. It happens. Welcome though. We talked this week, and hopefully you have not emailed me yet, because I have not checked emails for like 4 days. Actually, I haven't checked emails since we talked. Mike Johnson from South Texas, welcome. Joe Robinson says hello from Hampshire, UK. Welcome. Thank you for showing up. Hopefully you can learn something, or I can help in some manner. Billy Bell says, do you have Italian breeder sets and price? I do not. We do not have any live quail available. We are selling out on all of the hatching eggs right now, and anything that I'm not selling, I'm putting in so that you guys won't be out of stock, or we won't be out of stock at all times. So I'm really not hatching anything for live birds. Plus, it's been super, super hot this summer, and with the whole COVID post office delay thing, I didn't really want to ship any live birds at this time. Shh. Heirloom is in northeast Oklahoma. Welcome. Are 4-inch zip ties safe to ban quail legs? Quail legs, what do you use? We really don't use them anymore. We never really used leg bands. We did, but not very often. We did use the zip ties, but you do have to keep replacing them because you obviously have to make it tight enough where they don't fall off. Why are you staring at me? Move. Go. You have food. I fed you before this so that you would stay away. Zip ties. So obviously you have to make the zip tie tight enough so it doesn't fall off the foot, but as you know, their legs always continue to grow, so then you have to find them and cut them off and put new zip ties on, so we really don't do that anymore. But yeah, we've used it in the past. Rit says, hello from Salt Lake City, Utah. Can't wait for the breeding program series. Enjoying the color specific series. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. My plan is, and please do not hold me to this, but as long as not everything breaks again this week and things go a little bit smoother, luckily I will not be moving any more breeders this week. In fact, I won't be moving any more birds for 3 weeks. Thank God. But I'm hoping to do 3 videos this week on that to get some more info out there, because I think it is helping a lot of people. Jay says, wish we could build more tractors, but we haven't been able to source welded wire all season. We've bought some welded wire. It was really hard to find at the box stores, so I just ordered it online. No, actually, I bought it at Tractor Supply online and had them shipped to the store, and we went to go pick it up is actually what I did. Waylon DeGraw says, I appreciate everything you do. People need to understand that you have a limited supply of eggs going all over the country. I know they will get there safely when you get to my order. Absolutely. And they will be fresh, so I appreciate the patience. Thank you very much. Also, it is very, very, how do I say? I appreciate all the support you guys give me. I really, really do. It really does mean a lot, so thank you. Jen from Fayetteville, Georgia, welcome. Have you pickled quail eggs? Favorite recipe? I have not. Jenna has once, a long time ago, and I don't remember. And I think she got the recipe offline. I don't remember. We don't really have quail eggs. Now, I will. So, like, for example, the jumbos started laying last week that are going into the new breeding program. And obviously, I'm not using those eggs. So, for the next 4 weeks, we're going to have plenty of eggs, like 300 and some a day that are not fertile. So, that's very exciting. So, yeah, we're hoping to be able to cook and eat some eggs. So that's great. Verna says, love when you ramble, LOL. Thank you. That's good because I do it a lot. Eddie says, Robin Hill Zach has good video, will help. Oh, not talking to me. Waylon says, I love the mixed eggs. You never know what you're going to get. It's always fun to see what they turn into. Absolutely. It's really like a box of chocolates, as I always say. Also, no one's asked, but I do get a lot of questions. It looks as though, and again, I've really been doing everything at a very fast pace this week just to try to keep up. Sorry, I was trying to read a message and it went away. Oh, but auctions. It looks as though that I will be doing auctions in 2 weeks. So I'm actually much further behind on some orders. I have one corporate account that I ship close to 2,000 eggs a week to that is not located in Ohio. So that's taken a bunch of the auction eggs. And then a couple of our corporate accounts are having functions in the next couple weeks and is taking everything extra. So all that should be caught up and done with in about 2 weeks. So hopefully I'll be doing auctions then. That is truly the plan. Do you have eggs on lockdown on day 14 or 15? The morning of day 15. DH pickles quail eggs. They are delicious. They were very good when I had them. And a couple customers have actually sent me quail eggs. And those have been great as well. I really enjoyed those. Joshua says, are your feather sexable birds jumbos? I like having the different colors, but like the larger birds because I'm eating them. I'm gonna say no. Mainly in the feather sexable mix, you're gonna get a bunch of wilds, a bunch of Egyptians, some fab fees, and things like that, some golds. And so typically I would say about 60%, I don't know, somewhere around there. We'll say 50 to 65%, just because I really don't know the number. Typically are pretty large. Everything that's in there, I believe, is at least over 10 ounces. I don't remember anything under 10. I really try to put everything, like, yeah, because I put the ones that didn't make weight into just the mixed cages. Yeah, so everything in the mixed cages that I have, because I have a couple mixed cages together, are really a bunch of jumbos that didn't make the 14 ounce weight for my jumbos. So they're between, 10 and 13 ounces. So I just put those together. So you should get quite a bit of jumbos out of the feather sexable mix. Verna says, Zach, 7-week-old hens, 11.7 ounce jumbo wilds. Holy cow. That is wonderful. Congratulations. That's one of the best success stories I've heard. That's wonderful. Don Cook says, from Southeast Oklahoma, hi, Zach made my first order last week, was lucky enough to get on the jumbo wild list. Looking forward to getting them started. Thanks for all the help. Wonderful, good luck, and I will be shipping out a ton of jumbos this week. So hopefully you'll be on that list. But good luck to you. David Gilmore says, Zach, you mentioned you gave a lot of eggs away when you first started to get known. I'm going to start selling eating eggs this week. I'm thinking about selling them as a dozen and promoting get 6 more free when my... I gotta read it again. I'm thinking about selling them as a dozen. Nope, flies back. Jerk. I'm thinking about selling them as a dozen and promoting getting 6 more free with first order to get more business. Do you think that is a good idea, or would you do a different promotion, and what would you price them as? Pricing really depends on your market. I can't really tell you about the pricing. I know it just depends on where you're at. When we used to sell eating eggs, we sold them for $4 a dozen. I know people in Virginia, kind of like the Washington, D.C. area, New York, California, a couple other places. I know they sell up to $9 a dozen. So it really depends on your area, your market. That's a pretty good idea. You could do that. Another idea would maybe, the goal is you want to sell as many at a time as possible, especially starting out. So that's why I don't sell dozen cartons. I sell 24 count cartons and I sell 30 count cartons. So something like that, you could have, you know, let's say you sell them for, I don't know, I'm just gonna pick numbers, but let's say you sell them at 50 cents an egg for the 24 count. But if they buy the 30 count, they're 45 cents an egg. So it's a discount buying more, or whatever, whatever the case might be. And starting out, you probably should do a dozen. You know, get them started or whatever. But different price points is always a good idea. I do like the, you know, buy a dozen, get 6 free for your first order. Maybe instead of doing the first order, you could print out a coupon and say, you know, you get a coupon for, you know, your next dozen is 50% off. The free thing is a good idea. I'm not discouraging it. I think it's a good idea. I'm just spitballing different ideas. Be careful about giving free away. Discount is much better than free. Business-wise, it would be better to do, you know, buy 1 dozen, get 1 dozen 50% off, or buy 2 dozen and get, you know, a coupon for 50% off your next order, no max, or whatever the case may be, because then they're still spending money, and you're still at least paying for those eggs. And that's really important starting out. You're not going to make a lot of profit starting out, but not going in the hole is important. So anyways, it is a really good idea. It's a very good idea. That's just a couple more things to think about. And again, it just depends on your business philosophy and what you want to do and what you think the most important thing to do, whether it's the best idea, a middle idea, a bad idea, whatever, is you got to make it your own, and you got to be 100%. This is what's going to work. Like 100% in your head. This is for sure the way I want to go. Like, just get passionate about it, and you'll work 10 times harder, 10 times smarter, and 10 times better, and you'll get 10 times better success by really doing what you believe is best for you and your customers. would be my best advice. Sunflower seeds are too big, even black oil sunflower seeds. There you go. Somebody asked about the sunflower seeds earlier. I think it was Heidi. I'm pretty sure. If it was Heidi, and someone knows that, I think that deserves a thumbs up for me remembering it. I'll wait. Oh, I got a thumbs up. That is wonderful. That's the first time that ever happened. Usually when I do that, I get a thumbs down, or someone takes a thumbs up away. And I don't really know how they do that, unless they change a thumbs up to a thumbs down, which would be a double negative, but not in the double negative equals a positive thing like math or English. That's English. I'm gonna move on. Rit, could you explain more about adding electrolytes? What should I be adding? Dosage, etc. Other nutrient supplements would you recommend? I really don't well, sometimes I do. Rooster Booster I add to the food about once a month, just to give the males a little bit more oomph to their giddy up. Again, haven't really seen big results. I don't know really why I do it. Just I've done it for so long. And then I do electrolytes, and again, I don't really know why, because I really don't see any results that I'm tracking. Egg production stays the same. Everything really stays the same, but I feel that they're happier, and I'm helping. I don't think I am, but I feel like I am. So yeah, you'll just want to read the label. It all depends on what your setup is, and everything like that. And that's really what we do. 117 watching, 89 likes. Hit that button. Yeah, thank you. That was at 7:20. Oh dear God, I'm way behind. I'm 30 minutes behind, guys. I'm gonna stop rambling so much. I apologize. We're gonna move a little bit faster. But we were at 89 likes 30 minutes ago, and now we're at 113. So I really appreciate it. And if you're getting anything out of it, or any enjoyment, or any knowledge, or well, if either one of those things are happening, you could really support us by hitting that like button. It doesn't cost you anything. I'm not asking for any money. Just hit the like button, because it makes me feel better. And it makes me feel like I'm helping in some way. And I need positive encouragement. And psychologically, that explains a lot about myself. Moving on, Dustin. Hello from Grove City, Ohio. A lot of Ohioans on tonight. Welcome, everybody. When will Jumbo Whites be available? God, I don't know. About 2 more weeks, I'm hoping. Maybe 2.5, because I'm putting in a week worth of eggs to increase production. Sorry, got here late. Not sure if you already went over that. I did not, though. I did not go over that. Kurt, sorry, Zach, I just realized on prior post I said 65 out of 100 hatched. It was actually 65 out of 110. Sorry about that, but I assume you realized what I meant. I did, because you said 60%, but yep, I got it. Thank you very much. And I wrote down 65 out of 110. So no worries. Wolf Lover 08 says, Miss Brew, I had a great selection from my variety hatchers. Our rate was 15 out of 30 cent. I'm sure there was a humidity issue, but we're happy with the group. Got a few Rosettas in the batch. Wonderful. Congratulations. Robin C says, hello from Michigan. Sorry I'm late. Not a problem. I just ramble a lot, so you can just join whenever you want. Jay says, you could try blending sunflower seed no shells. All right. Heidi, that's for you. I'm still really hoping that it was Heidi that asked that question. T. Hoffman says, I hear they love black oil sunflower seed sprouts, but have not yet tried. All right, there you go. Yes, I do sell hatching eggs in UK, mainly jumbo and celadon and mixed. Thank you. I will PM you. Wonderful. I will get your information, and hi, babe. It was my daughter, not the goose. Yeah, I'll get your information and move that along to other people. Hi, Val. I'm in UK. May I ask whereabouts you are? There you go. One person down. Robert Halverson. I don't know why. I have a hen with my jumbos laying a blue egg every day. I have hatched celadon eggs, and I think I might have got her mixed in with the regular jumbos. Yes, and I would try to find her, because that could offset your jumbos. Just a little. Not the end of the world, but I would try to get her out. Rachel Haynes. I'm having a hard decision on my male quail, on what he looks like. Not a man. I'm going to read that again. I'm having a hard decision on my male quail on what he looks like. A autumn amber to me. If he is a reddish gold, it is an autumn amber. And it kind of seems like the markings are faded, would be the best way that I could explain that. If it doesn't look that way and it's gold with dark markings, it would be an Italian. If it's plain gold and no markings, it would be a golden Manchurian. And if it's just an autumn color, you know, like a reddish tan, then it would be a autumn Manchurian. I hope that helped, but I feel like I might have made that worse for you. So I apologize in advance. If you'd like to give me a thumbs down, I completely understand on that one. But for the effort of trying, you could give me a thumbs up. Val's Homestead. Lincolnshire, UK is where they're located. Oh, not talking to me. You guys are going back and forth. Do your thing. Bill Davis says, sorry I'm late. Starting an incubator to make sure it's set right. Absolutely. Good luck with that. Verna says, I want your t-shirt, Zach. I'm working on it. I've went through 2 different people that were supposed to make me new shirts that I really, really love, that Jen and I made up. And I think they're hilarious, and I think they're funny, and it could be a really great shirt to have, but no one will take the business, and I don't know why. No one wants my business. So if you make shirts, I would love to talk to you, because I really want to get this done, but I'm not willing to buy 1,000 at a time, because, well, that's a huge investment, and I really wasn't planning on making a profit with it. I was just having fun with it. So anywho, I feel like that might have been a little bit more information than what you guys needed. But seriously, if anybody does make shirts, I would love for someone to contact me with that, because I'm having the worst of luck with that. Val's Homestead says you can't Google experience. That goes back to me saying, you know, I've just got a lot of experience because I've made a lot of mistakes, and I appreciate that, and that's true. Excuse me. What's the best way to add 5 to 6 week old hens to a 4-month flock without disturbing the egg laying of the older hens? I would not recommend doing that. You introduce 5 to 6 week old hens to experienced breeders, and they will probably get picked on quite a bit. You really want them at least 8 weeks old. Calls home. Postal service crisis. What postal service crisis? I get so many notifications on my phone, and anyways, I'm gonna answer this. Yeah, I really wouldn't recommend doing that. We've done it before. It's been a disaster. So the rule of thumb is, if it's a brand new cage, like when I replaced my pearls last month, 2 months ago, can't remember, it's written down. But when I replaced the breeders for the pearls, I took all old breeders out and put all new breeders in at 6 weeks, because they were laying fairly well. But if I'm just adding, you know, or replacing some, or not replacing the whole cage, nothing goes in until they're at least 8 weeks old, at least. So yeah, keep that in mind. Also, you know, I know no one asked, but sometimes the best advice and the best things I say are unsolicited. Sometimes the worst things I say are unsolicited as well. Anyways, here's 2 little tidbits of information about me that might be interesting or might be helpful to you. I'm not too sure. But I have a routine. If you've watched a bunch of my videos, or a few of my videos, or anything, you know that I truly believe that the most important thing with Coturnix is staying consistent. lighting, feed, water, time you feed, collecting eggs, like everything has a time, everything has a rhythm. I really believe that, like with all of my heart. And I think that I do best, not everybody. Jenna is polar opposite. She doesn't do well with routine. Um, it just doesn't work for her. But with me, I do very, very well with routine. So I have a routine. And when I'm not on that routine, so for example, 3 days this week I came down here with a disaster, whether it was poop water filling up in the quail barn, or the incubator going haywire, or whatever the case may be, which completely takes me out of my routine. It's very difficult for me to get just in a good place mentally, because I'm not in my routine. But my routine is I watch something that is positive, that gets me in a good mood first thing in the morning. It could be the same thing I listen to every morning. It could be something different. It could be, whatever. But it's just something that, just gets me in a good, positive attitude. It's usually, I don't know, it depends on what I watch. Sometimes it's 5 minutes, sometimes it's an hour and a half. I just get my headset on and get to work and listen. So the positive thing is first, and then something educational with quail. So I listen to somebody else's point of view, whether I agree or disagree, and then something old, something new. Doesn't necessarily have to be about quail, but about, farming or selling, or just something that I might be able to get a nugget out of. And then I think about that while I work, and I try to maybe improve a little bit. Anyways, the reason I said all that is most of you, if not all of you, raise quail. Some of you have more than just quail. You have more animals. And it really has helped me. It might not help you. That's completely fine. But it's really helped me to take just a little bit of the time, not all day, because if I listen to everybody all day, then I get a headache, and I've done that before. It's awful. So typically, I just try to get in a good state of mind. I do my little prayer in the morning, and then I listen to something that's educational about something, and then the rest of the day I work and just kind of think about what I heard. And then my rule of thumb is I listen to it 8 times. So within a month of me listening to something new, I listen to it 8 times, whether it's 10 minutes long or a 2-hour lecture on something. And it's really, really helped throughout the years of growing the business, increasing, taking things from, a huge selling strategy that I have. I actually heard and listened from a speech that I saw on YouTube about the stock market, surprisingly enough. He said something in that speech that I went, if I just personalize that to what I'm doing, I could actually take that mentality. And so I've done that for the past couple years, and it's just done extremely well. So anyways, while you're working, I really suggest you listening to something. You could listen to Katernik's Corner, you could listen to somebody else, you could listen to one of our YouTube videos, whatever the case may be. But, oh, the fly's back, the fly's back. Dang it. Anyways, that was my extra little rant. Hopefully that helps somebody. Especially if you're trying to learn how to sell, or learning how to start your own business, or selling your own eggs. There can be a lot of information. And make sure that you're not closed-minded. If you're listening to something about marketing or whatever, about something, it doesn't have to be specific to quail. Personalize it for yourself would be the one really big advice that I could give you, that I've done through the years that's really helped me. What size are your breeding pens that you have 6 week 6 hens and 2 roosts. What size are your breeding pens? We recommend 3.5 quail per square foot. So it really just depends on what your setup is, but we recommend 3.5 quail per square foot. And a 5-to-1 ratio, 5 hens to every 1 male. Rachel Hayes is not, nope, Jay. Rachel Hayes is responding to you or talking to you in some way. Vowels is not talking to me. I currently have 47 in my apartment. There you go. 47 quail. You're adding up pretty quick, and with those jumbos, you're going to be rolling in some eggs very quickly. Ina Stanley says, hello from Georgia, welcome. Salvador from Puerto Rico, welcome. That goose made me jump. Yeah, he got really loud, and he's still close to me. And the peacocks are over here now, too. Would you like to see the peacocks real quick? I don't know if this is going to work, but... You see them? I hope you see them. So, they're just not doing anything. Well, now they're staring at me, but whatever. Michael Thornton says, 1/2-inch hardwire cloth for outside cages. There you go. That would prevent the snake issue, absolutely. How to keep the flies away? Well, out here, there's nothing that I'm doing. You know what I really want? So, God, I talk a lot. I am so freaking sorry. If you have a question, I promise I'll get to it. If you just hang in there. If you don't have the patience with me, which I completely get, you can feel free to message me and I will eventually get to the text message, I promise. So I really apologize. But, so my birthday's coming up next week. Holy crap, I think it is next week. Anyways, it's kind of a big year. And so I asked for one of those Fitbit things that records your heartbeat, because I learned in the past couple weeks from a doctor that when your heartbeat gets over 93 beats a minute, you release these hormones or something. Man, I really should be a better listener. You release stuff chemically in your body that kind of puts you in that fight or flight kind of mode, which really makes sense because under pressure, I really take over. Like I just react, and that's usually worked out very well for me. But my average heartbeat is like 90, 91, 89, 91, something like that. So I have very little before I start going into fight or flight mode, which is not great when you're trying to be logical and reasonable, because you're reacting rather than thinking, kind of thing. So anyways, I asked for one of those, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to get that. And then I asked for a pair of socks because I can't seem to keep any. I don't know what the problem is, but I never have socks, ever. It is the most annoying thing in the world. I've replaced my washer and dryer twice in the past 10 years, and they keep stealing my socks. It's, first of all, the phone companies destroy your phones after you've paid it off, which really pisses me off because we've talked about that last week and I went on a huge rant about this, but there is something that Maytag and GE and all these other companies do with their washers and dryers, and somehow they eat this. It's like they put something in the washer and dryers that only dissolves socks. I don't know what the deal is. I'm gonna get to the bottom of it one day, but they eat all of my socks all the time. And then I try to wear shorts in the summer because it's really hot, and I've got these dress socks on because I can't find any. So anyways, I asked for socks, and I really hope I get some of those. And the whole reason why I went on this rant is because I haven't asked for this. So this is a really good thing to go ask for. I might just go buy it, I don't know. But I would love to get one of those bug zappers. I have no idea why. But I've always wanted one of those big bug zappers that you hang and then you're, I don't know why. I don't even know if it would work. I don't even know if they make them anymore. I'm sure it's more high tech and it's just a vacuum or something. But I really want one of those old school ones. I'd love to just have it on my porch because sweat bees and flies and gnats and mosquitoes are always on the porch. So anyways, I want one of those. And that is why I went on the rant, because someone asked me what to do with flies, which you weren't talking about outside. I do understand that completely. But anywho, we really don't have a huge fly issue, but you are going to have flies. We built this barn. Actually, one of the main focuses was great circulation of air. And we have a poop system that we get rid of the poop every day. We clean the cages regularly. You know, I mean, clean, organized, and great airflow is absolutely the best. But just because you have flies does not mean it's a dirty area. You're dealing with live animals. You're dealing with poop machines. You're dealing with food wasters. You're dealing with ones that love to play in the water. It's just part of the game. It really is. So sorry. Keep snakes. Yeah, the 1/4-inch wire was to keep snakes out. Yeah. Vernus says, "Ha. Yeah, Zach was worried you would wonder why." Nope. Just haven't gotten to emails that anyway, so we're both on the same page with that, Verna. Chris says, question, can I eat fertilized eggs? Yep, that's all we sell is fertilized eggs. I got it. I am very proud of myself right now. Oh, yeah. Chris Daly, can I eat fertilized eggs? Yes, absolutely. That's the only thing we've ever eaten. If so, is there a noticeable difference? There's not a noticeable difference, but technically they're supposed to be healthier for you. From the information I've read and from people that are smarter than me that know about all that stuff told me. But yeah, fertilized eggs is much healthier for you. And it's not like, I mean, it's not gross. I mean, there's nothing growing. It's just fertilized. But yeah, the eggs are actually healthier for you fertilized. Saying hi from the northeastern tip of Ohio, another Ohioan. Welcome. Ohio is representing tonight. Robert says, hello, Zach from Texas. A lot of Texans here tonight as well. And I do know that that's what you're called, Texans. Yes. Mainly because of the football team. Land. Just land. I am on fire. Your farms sell the metal feeders that you show on your videos. We do not. We haven't made feeders in quite a while, but we did do a video that is under the playlist on our main page. You'll go to the main page of YouTube. You'll go to the playlist tab, which should be the third one over. And in that playlist, there's one called Pop a Builder of Things, and there's a video on there on how to build those. That should help you do that. Vernus is not talking to me. Joe says, oh dear God, I'm way behind still. I did go on a couple rants. Joe Robinson says, it's so difficult to get good incubators in the UK, at least 150 for 40 egg capacity. Wow. Yeah, that sounds rough. Hello, Zach from Punta Cana. Sorry. I hope that was right. Hello from New York. Ithaca. Ithaca, New York. We have about 50 quail in a 12 by 16 by 8 flight cage. They also have a coop. Any advice for the winter? New York, your winters can get really rough there. So I would get an electric water, like a heat water, so that the water doesn't freeze, and make sure that they can get out of the elements, some sort of housing where they can get out of the wind and snow and rain and all that stuff. They'll do pretty good in the winter, but the freezing water is going to be your biggest issue. Robert Pickering says hello. Mike from Punta Cana. Don't know if I said that right. What would you possibly get in your if you breed a pearl male and another rare breed? Would you get half and half, something new mixed from the two, or some of the genes they carry? It would be a little bit of everything. Uh, that would really, I mean, I could go into it for a long time, but you would get a bunch of everything, and it really depends on what you hatch with it. You know, if you put pearl and fab fee together, then you probably get, you know, about 30% pearl, 30% fab fee, um, and then the rest would be pharaoh, and the rest would be gold. But if you put a pearl with, it depends on what you hatch with. David Gilmore says, Zach, what kind of corporation order quail eggs, and what they use them for? We have a lot of different purposes. We have a corporate account that hatches them out and sells them as day-old chicks in a bunch of stores. That is not in Ohio. That's our 2,000 egg order a week. So they buy them from us, they hatch them out, and then they take them to the stores and sell them for, I have no idea how much, but they've been doing it for quite a while, so they're making something. And then we've got corporate accounts that use them for feeders, reptiles, wildlife reserves, and things like that. And we also have them for eating eggs for businesses. So we got our hand is in a lot of cookie jars. Hi from the UK. Welcome. I think that's the third UK of the night. On 17th Incubating Jumbos. Love your videos. Very informative. Thank you. Good luck. You should get them hatching tonight and tomorrow. So I wish you the best of luck. Verna is not talking to me. Robert says, can you tell if an egg is a male or a female? No. That is completely false. And there's a lot of information that says you can. A lot of people on YouTube and Facebook that says you can, and they are wrong. Tyler Shepard is talking to Verna. Verna is talking to Robert. Lane Vlog says who won. The winners of the contest were Benjamin Norman and Michael Thornton. There was actually two winners because I accidentally picked two names at the same time, and I didn't know how to choose which one actually got it, so I just gave it to both of them because I felt like that was the fair thing to do. And there was so many. I think there was over 300 entries, which was just absolutely awesome. A lot of great information, a lot of positive information, a lot of support, and so I just thought that was nice and whatever. Shams from Trinidad and Tobago, Caribbean. Soaking up all your info. Thank you very much. Verna is responding to you, Tyler Shepard, with their email. George had 45 out of the 60 Feather Sex will hatch out from the order I received a few weeks ago. Very happy with those numbers. That is wonderful. I will write that down in my trusty notebook. 45 out of... Lost it. 45 out of 60, but you would have ordered 50, so 45 out of 50 Feather Sex. Robert Pickering, how do you get a better hatch? Well, I'm already super late, but I will recommend that you go to our YouTube channel, Myshire Farm, go to the main page, go to the playlist, which is the third tab, and in the playlist there is one called the hatching process, and that will give you as much information that I can give you on getting very good hatch rates. Heidi Sparks gives me a thumbs up, I'm assuming because I still remembered who it was, so thank you. Jay is not talking to me. David Gilmore, Zach, when you sold eating eggs, did you give a discount if they bought their own egg cartons? No, I did not give them that option, just because I didn't want to keep track. We had discussed that if they brought the cartons back, we would give them credit, but I didn't want to deal with all the logistics, so no, I just didn't. It's not a bad idea, I just didn't want to deal with all that. George says, thanks for not talking to me. Robert says, my quail lay 12 to 18 eggs a day, and then all of a sudden they stop laying and only lay 1 to 2 a day. It could be a couple different issues. It could be a feed issue. It could be a light issue. It could be a predator issue. Yeah, it could be a couple different issues. I've got a frequently asked questions playlist as well. I know I just recommended you to the hatching process, but you could watch the frequently asked as well. That'll give you some ideas. But the best advice I can give you is stay consistent. Make sure they have 16 to 18 hours of light a day. Make sure that they're fed and watered at all times. They don't run out. And make sure that they feel safe. In long story short, I could go long and over. I could go much longer, but I'm at 85 minutes. I'm sorry. Hello from Orange Grove, Texas. Richard Carpenter, welcome. Ken Taylor with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 thumbs up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm going to take that as a positive. Rich Jenkins says, have one hen laying soft eggs. It's a calcium deficiency, and I would, if it's just one hen, it's kind of hard to say. Maybe add an extra feeder in the cage for a couple of days so you can make sure that she's eating enough, and then hopefully she'll get back on track. Verna pretty much said the same thing. Trying to add calcium for each. Verna says who won. Just responded to that. It was Benjamin Norman and Michael Thornton. Not talking to me, not talking to me. Lazy RR Farm says hello from Lazy RR Farm from South Texas. Another Texan, welcome. I really appreciate all the Texans tonight and Ohioans and everybody else. Just, it seems like there's a lot of Texans and Ohioans. Dennis Billick says, I have about 75 fab feet from Myshire right now. They're doing great, first time, and I got an 80% hatch rate. Congratulations. That is a lot of fab fees. That is wonderful. Good luck. Jay, not talking to me. Rich, not talking to me. Mike's Game Domain. Oh, I like it. Mike's Game Domain. Need processed males. Putting it off this morning. My least favorite part. Yeah, it's not the best. I don't mind it as much. The worst is moving breeders. I hate it. I hate it more than anything else because I have to weigh them and I have to check them and I have to vent them and make sure that everything looks good and check their feather. I mean, like, literally moving 800 birds this week took massive amounts of time this week. It needed to be done. It was the worst week to do it because what do you want, Goose? Just because everything was breaking, but needed to be done. And starting next week, we will have quite a bit more eggs. So hopefully people will get their orders much faster. So that's great. Disregard, not talking to me. Don Cook, any idea when the next color videos will be? I'm going to try to do 3 this week. I will definitely not be able to get to it until Wednesday, but my plan is to do 3 on Wednesday and post on separate days. So honestly, my goal is to be posting one on Wednesday for sure. Not talking to me. How do you breed pandas? Very good question. Typically you want to do colored males with white hens. Would be getting the best results, and then taking the few or the minority that look really good from those and breeding those together. Supplementing, oh, nope, not talking to me, not talking to me, not talking to me. Typically I would read those, but I'm super behind and I feel bad and people are waiting on their answers or their questions to be answered, so I'm kind of moving past the things that are not directed towards me. Bacon, potatoes with a glass of wine. Okay. Jerry Alexander says, do you candle your eggs in incubator? We do on day 4, or well, the morning of day 15. I candle when I put them into lockdown. Doubted he hatches so much volume. I do though. I do for one reason only, and that is only because I need to keep track of what our fertility is here. And it helps me keep track because we hatch out breeders all year long. and so that I know what the hatch rate is, the fertility is of the other breeders, and that I can compare the new breeders to the old breed. It's really more research than anything else. Val says, Zach, try Audible inspirational books while doing chores. I love them. I do. I listen to a lot of different stuff. Zig Ziglar is one of my favorites to listen to. He was an old school inspirational listener or speaker. Um, Dr. John Gottman is just a phenomenal. He talks about just he's a researcher that's researched relationships for like 30 years, and he's just got so much really cool information on how to talk to people and how to grow as a human. I really enjoy that stuff. I love Dave Ramsey. Mine went blank. I can't remember his name. He was the author of the Purpose Driven Life book. Can't remember his name right now. But I listen to him a lot. It really depends on what mood I'm in, but yeah, I listen to all kinds of good stuff. But yes, if you have any good books, I do have a book app that I order from. I am just finishing a book about entrepreneurship that's very, very good. So I will be needing to listen to a new book if anybody has any great ideas that kind of makes you think. Hubby is busy handyman, so not so keen. That was not to me, never mind. I tried to make a purchase one on your website and everything I selected show out of stock. Should I place an order anyway? Yeah, I apologize. There is a ton of stuff out of stock right now. White wings, sex links, Egyptians, pansy feed, jumbo wilds, jumbo whites, pandas. I don't even know. A lot of other stuff is in stock. But I will be putting a majority of that stuff back in stock next week. I will be doing an egg availability. I will be doing an egg availability update this next Sunday at 7 p.m. Our next live Q&A at the very beginning, within the first couple of minutes, I will let everybody know when and what I will be putting back on the website. Most likely on Monday is the goal, but it'll be next week sometime. I just haven't decided when. But a lot of stuff will be back on the website next week. So there is a lot of stuff in stock if you want to look. But if your heart is set on certain things and it says out of stock, most likely they will be in stock next week if you can wait that long. Not talking to me. 3.5 per square feet doesn't apply to jumbos, right? Yeah, it still could. Typically 3 quail per square foot for jumbos, 3.5 quail square foot for everything else. I know a lot of people that just do 3.5 quail per square foot for everything and it works. We do 3 quail per square foot for our jumbos and 3.5 quail per square foot for everything else. I should mention that more, so I do apologize for that. So yes. Mike's Game Domain. I recently added more hens in with with my 2 males. They were too aggressive and hurt them. I'm up to 3 hens per male, but when I add more, the boys breed them too hard. I'm up to 3 hens per male. Well, there's there's a couple things you can do there. One, 3 hens per male is going to be overbred and make the males aggressive towards each other, fighting over the hens, which is why we recommend 5 hens to every 1 male. That will help a lot. Secondly, when you introduce new quail to quail that are already in the cage, there's going to be aggression. So there's a blog on our website called Introducing New Quail to an Existing Flock. You could read that and you could introduce them again, and that will help. So I don't know if you've got an aggressive issue or territorial issue, rather than aggression issue. So 5 hens to 1 male. Print out the blog and read it and see if you can do that again, and see if that helps. But I bet one of those two things or both those things would help tremendously. Not talking to me. We love you, Zach. Thank you very much. Catman don't 100. Nice, I like it. Jabber on. Oh, I feel like I've jabbered way too long. 2 weeks in a row, I just keep talking. What is my problem? I'm very, very sorry. I feel very guilty. Like Monday, I felt really bad about how long it went, and I'm like, man, people just wanted their questions answered. I'm really sorry. Mike's Game Domain. My resting heart rate is so high. I have the same issue. Yeah, I really got to work on it, but I am really interested in wearing it. For example, Dr. John Gottman. It was actually, well, I heard it from somebody, but then they directed me to Dr. John Gottman, and so I've been listening to a lot of his stuff, and a lot of stuff that he recommends, and he's the one that researched and found that anyone that's over a 93, well, it changed. It was 100, and now they've moved it to 93 through the years. So I don't know, I haven't gotten to where they changed that or why, because I've heard him say both now. But it was just really interesting to hear that and the reasons behind it. And so I'm really interested in wearing that thing, and hopefully that'll help me. But he suggests calling a timeout for 30 minutes. So obviously I can't call a timeout for 30 minutes because I've got too much stuff to do. But I do have some plans on changing what I'm doing. Sometimes I just get irritated because I'm doing the same thing. So stop, move to something else, and come back, which is a difficult thing for me to do. But yeah, I've got some great plans. I just need to know what my heart rate is at all times. But yeah, I'm very excited about it. I was at 100% on my phone. I did not get a new phone yet. I refuse to do it because I don't want to give them more money, because they're crooks is what they are, making my phone destroy itself so that I have to go spend more money. And I refuse to do it until I absolutely have to, and I haven't done it. Anyways, I was 100% when this video started, and now I'm down to 20, and last week my battery went out before I said goodbye. So no more ranting. Going to go through the questions very quickly. I will give you the good answer, but I'm not going to go into a long explanation, so I apologize, but trust that there's a reason why I say what I say. Moving on. Zach, the bad thing about Fitbit is they only last a year. Better to get a different... Of course they only last a year. Everything has an expiration. You know, long story short, my mom had a vacuum for 20 years when I was growing up, and that thing was great. Then she decided that she was going to get a better vacuum and one of the newer ones, and she has went through like 30 vacuums in the past 10 years because none of them last. But that little crappy old 1980 vacuum lasted 20 years and did great until she couldn't find the bags anymore to refill them. They don't make things to last. It really upsets me. And I feel really old for saying that, because I feel like that's something an old person says, is they don't make things like they used to. But it's true. No more. I gotta go. My heartbeat averages 50 to 55. Are you dead? What is going... How are you so calm? I'm talking to myself. Well, I mean, I'm talking to you guys, but like, I'm not hearing voices back. And my heartbeat beats really high right now. I can't even talk. I gotta move on. Mike's Game Domain. I'm not wearing Crocs. I'm not doing it. It's never gonna happen. I will never do it. I don't care who buys them for me or what I'm not doing it. I will never wear those things. I've got bad feelings about them. I don't have a reason. I just can't do it. Not talking bug zapper. I know, I really want one. Val's Homestead says it's the daughters that nick socks. I do have 3 daughters. I will look into this. I'm gonna go ravage through the room. Making lemonade from lemons. Nice one, I like it. New to quail, I have eggs from you in my incubator now on day 3. So excited. Good luck. I wish you the best, and hopefully in a couple weeks you'll be on here and let us know how the hatch rate went. LOL, my daughter cuts up my socks and makes dolls with them. Ooh, that's rough. Sorry. George says, same issue with socks, but my GSD helps the dryer out with my... Zach, you should get a handheld zapper. I have one. I had one. It never worked for me. I don't know why. I mean, it was pretty cheap. I really buy cheap stuff. Sometimes I buy the most expensive thing for no reason. There's no middle ground with me. Either I buy the cheapest that I can find, such as a bug zapper, or I buy the most expensive thing. And I don't know why. Like, if I could just meet in the middle, really think that would help. I recommend a salt gun for flies in the house. It works amazing. I will look into that. Jen, hey, from Walla Walla, Washington. We have a bug zapper and we love it, mainly to listen to it zap bugs at night on the back porch. I know, I feel like it would soothe me so much. I remember hearing it as a kid, and just the thought of listening to the bugs zap really makes me calm. And I don't know if that makes me weird, but I really want one very badly. And I deserve one. I don't know why. I think it's just because I want one. Moving on, Bug Assault 3.0, one of the best purchases in my life. Bug Assault 3.0. I'm going to write that down. I really do have to move because I'm running out of battery. Oops, yep. Oh, dear God. Bug. Oh, no, stop it. Bug Assault 3.0. I like the name, too. Catchy. Verna, flies love poop. They do. Pine saw and water sprayed around the area repels them and isn't dangerous. Oh, that's a great idea. That's a great idea. Everybody listen to that. I'm going to say it again. To detract flies, pine saw and water sprayed around the area repels them and isn't dangerous. I'd try that out. I am going to try that out. I really got to talk a lot faster. Moving on. Oh, somebody says it's not safe. I don't know. I haven't tried it. I'm going to try it. I'll let you guys know. What all colors do you get from Jumbo Browns? Pretty much Jumbo Browns. You could get a white in there every once in a while. You could get an Egyptian in there once in a while. Do you combine new hatches with existing layers? If so, how do you keep their age straight to rotate them out? Or do you just raise them in batches and not mix? Typically, I don't mix. For example, if one dies for some reason, prolapse or age or whatever, I like to keep my cages maximum full. So I'll usually take one and replace that one, but I don't care about the age. That one's going to be replaced when I replace the whole cage in that year. Because it's just, there's not a really great way of keeping track of that. Buffalo River Backcountry. New guy here. Welcome. I hope I haven't bored the crap out of you, and I hope you're still here. Watching the channel and soaking up the knowledge like a sponge, starting with quail this upcoming spring. Good luck. I wish you the best. Not talking to me. Too many irons in the fire right now. Absolutely. Make sure you are ready for it. Hi, Zach. Off to sleep as it's nearly 1:30 a.m., but I do love your rants. Thank you. I appreciate that. I apologize for the people that don't like them. Hi from Cambodia. Cool. That's awesome. I watched 2 hours of your rants last week and I laughed a lot. Bless you. I thank you. I feel bad, but thank you. You know, if you enjoy it, that's great. I feel bad because the people that don't enjoy it and just want to get their answer to their question, that's what I feel bad about. But if you do enjoy it, then thank you. I appreciate that. We are friends. Also, our 240 variety auction win was a 59% hatch rate. That's, I'll take that, 59%, 240 mix. Not awful, not awful. Zach, since I didn't win, I will have to make another order in a couple weeks. Now, you said you were going to be hatching those jumbos out. Don't overextend yourself. Yes, sorry, 45 out of 50 ordered. Yes, I already got that down. Logically and reasonably. Oh, about the heart rate. Yep, absolutely. And thinking of order the white wing pharaohs. Oh, yeah, I would do that. When they're available again, I would get those for now. Just DD. I like it. Just DD. Hi from East Kentucky. Cannot wait to order. Love my quail. Good luck to you. I'm glad that you have some now, and I wish you the best. EA, approximately how many eggs should I expect a day from 100 mature hens? 85. 75 to 85. That's my final answer. I'm in Central Texas. Oh, another Texan. Welcome. How big of an issue is breeding siblings? Not really an issue for about 3 generations, and then I really don't do it after. I wouldn't recommend it after 3 generations at all. Seems like you have to manage multiple families of each color. Gets hard to keep straight. It can. I really track a lot of stuff. I love researching more than I love anything else. Glad to see you. Oh, not talking to me. Waylon, I have 3 shellless eggs in one day. Young birds that are just starting to lay. I had 11 eggs out of 12 hens. Then I had 3 soft eggs. I think the hen may have been the last to lay and was egg bound. Yeah, it's a calcium issue, but they're just starting. I wouldn't make a big deal of it for the first couple of days. Eat 75 to 95 a day. Yeah, we were pretty close in the same estimate. Waylon says, have you ever had egg-bound issues out of young birds? You have. Typically, it's a fiber and a calcium issue. Typically, it will resolve itself. They're just getting into the laying process. Purpose-driven life. Yes. Rick Warren. That's it. I like listening to a lot of Rick Warren stuff. I think I think there's little nuggets in all of his talks that you can really just. Again, I know what I'm good at. I know what I'm bad at. I'm not trying to pat myself on the back, but I'm really good at listening to someone such as Rick Warren or Zig Ziglar or anybody else, and really taking one thing, which is why I listen to it 8 times, because I really just I get one nugget and then that's all I focus on, which is a bad flaw. But one of the good flaws is I take that and I really personalize it and think of how I can use that in my own life one way or the other. So yeah, I really like Rick Warren. Chad from Minnesota, welcome. Jose Rodriguez, who won the prize? It was Benjamin Norman and Michael Thornton. My God, I'm really trying to go fast. I'm really sorry. Moving fast. Ruben, recently got styrofoam incubator left on for 24 hours after placing eggs. Temperature varies 93 to 95. What should I do? It needs to be 99.5. I would increase that temperature pretty fast. I'm not familiar with styrofoam incubators. If somebody is, feel free to help them. I would recommend you going to Facebook, joining the Newbie Quail Lovers Facebook group, posting the question on there, letting them know what kind of incubator it is, and they hopefully will have an answer for that. But if it's 93 to 95 degrees, you're not going to get a good hatch. So you need to get that up really fast. Good luck. Sorry, couldn't be more help. Can you breed jumbo white wings with regular jumbos and get more? If so, how many? If so, how male jumbo white wing and jumbo female, or vice versa? You can. Not a lot of them. Be careful, because you could breed the jumbo white wing out. So you really want to be careful with that. The best way to do that, if you're going to do that, is jumbo white winged hens over jumbo male, is how I've done it. Looking at old numbers, I have 42 plus or minus throughout last year. 94 to 98 hens. They are on light and have been startled by local critters, average per day. Yep. So there's your reasons right there. If they don't feel safe, they'll stop laying. Looks like they're getting to be about a year old, which means they're also going to stop laying. So there's a couple things there that you need to replace them, make them feel safe, and give them a very normal routine, and that should fix the problem. Juanita says, what's the best way to treat wounds on female heads? Typically, they pretty much heal themselves. I would just isolate for a little bit, and typically they heal pretty well by themselves. Ronnie says, "Hi Zach, what is your max egg weight for breeding?" Max egg weight. I don't put anything in the incubator that's over 17 grams. Every once in a while, I put a 19 gram in there just to see, but it never works out. 17 grams is as high as I go. That's pretty much where I want them to be at. I understand they also need at least 16 hours. Yes, they do. 16 to 18 hours. Tammy says, "Dude, please don't be sorry. I love you talking like this. I do it all the time, and it drives myself nuts. Hearing you talk and rant makes me feel more normal." I don't know if we're more normal or just we're both weird, but either way, we're not alone, and I will take it. Jeffrey says, "Hello." Ken says, a must-watch movie. What the bleep do we know? 2004, starring Marley Martin. Check it out. What the bleep do I know? Movie. I'll check it out. Michelle says, "Is a prolapse always a death sentence for a hen?" No, not always. Typically, if there's a prolapse, I'll take the hen out, put them in the hospital cage or recovery cage, add electrolytes to the water, and just let them rest for a couple days, and it fixes itself. We had our first prolapse last night, and it was really bad. I have her resting and got it back to go back in, but I don't want her to suffer. Yeah, typically it'll fix itself. Sometimes it's just really bad and won't recover, and I do call. But I would say 8 out of 10 times, you separate it, give it some electrolytes, give them some R&R by itself, and they do fine. Never less than 4. Oh, not talking to me. Tammy says, "My resting heart rate is 100. I have 4 kids. It's a wonder how I'm still alive." Yep, that's pretty high. Oh, dear God. Okay, I'm at 10%, so I gotta go super fast. No more ranting. I'm talking super fast. I apologize, but I'm gonna go super fast. I'm gonna have to get a new phone. This is really a bummer. My resting heart rate is 100 beats per minute. I have 4 kids. It's a wonder how I'm still alive. Yeah, there's a lot of stress in my life. I'm not at 100. We gotta work on that, you know? As a team, we gotta self-soothe, as Dr. John Gottman would say. We gotta self-soothe. Kiki says, "Eek." I like that word. Eek. I'm late. I'll rewind tonight. Hello, everyone. Hello. Wayland Detract. Eddie says, "I have one of the first GQF automatic turn incubators. Works great. 99 to 100% hatch every time. Old things work good." Absolutely, I agree. 100% great. Verna says, "Good to see you, Kiki." Hi, Verna. Val says, "The holes in Crocs are for your dignity to leave." I'm gonna laugh more later. I just gotta hurry. If you ever did wear Crocs, you would change your mind. I hated them too. I can't do it. I don't want to. Don't make me. Kenny says, "Showing up late but glad to be here from Greeley, Colorado. Welcome." Val says, "Hello." Not talking to me. Ken says, "FYI, bug zapper will attract bats if that's a problem for you." There's only one bat that lives around here, but I don't have a problem with it. I like them. Heidi says, "Actually, Dawn or palm olive dish soap mixed with water and sprayed will keep the bugs down and his animals safe." There you go. That's another option you can try. Zach, at 5.5 weeks old, jumbos from you. We have hens at 9.5 ounces. So happy. That's wonderful. We're killing it on the jumbos, everybody. Congratulations to everybody. And I rarely take what's the word? Opposite of criticism. Praise. It's not the word I was looking for, but I'm going to. Our jumbos are top notch, and I'm very proud of them. Verna, from Google, a new study out today reveals the numerous popular cleaner brands, including Glade, Clorox, Pine Sol, and the Simple Green, contain chemicals that are known to cause... Oh, dear God. That's a little scary. Yeah, be careful with your stuff. Hello from Kurt in north central Iowa. Cheapest usually ends up in being one of the most expensive ways to go. Oh, resting heart rate is 56? What is wrong with you guys? I mean, nothing's wrong with you guys. Me and Tammy are the ones that are beaten out of our chest, but I'm pretty jealous. I really want... Ooh. So Jenna's very low key, like she's just very calm all the time. And that makes my heartbeat go up even more. Cause I just, yeah, you know? And I'd love to know it. I bet hers is around 50. And that drives me crazy. But I'm also double than you guys, so that's not good. I've got to work on it. Kiki saying hello to a lot of people. Mike says, thanks for getting to all the questions. I usually don't like live YouTube. Sorry. This was fun. Have a calm week. I will try. When you feel overwhelmed, remember modern life is a human evolution in all. Herb tip me word limit. Whatever typing on iPhone frustrating me. Thanks again for the talk. Wonderful. I'm glad you had a good time. Thanks for helping or showing up and contributing. Thanks very much. Wouldn't be fun without you guys talking and asking questions, giving feedback, and getting me on rants, really. Thanks, Kiki. Thanks for all the advice on humidity. Wonderful. Glad that helped. David Gilmore, what is a prolapse? It's when their insides are coming out when they're trying to lay eggs. It's a stress thing. It's a stress thing. No more ranting. New drinking game. Oh, dear God. You know, if you guys would want to do a drinking game, and every time you drank when I started to rant, you guys would have a lot of fun by the end of these videos. That's not a horrible drinking game. That's pretty impressive. Jen said, oh, talking to Kenny. Mike, I haven't worn a non-Croc style shoe in over 10 years, including my wedding. Waterproof shoes comes up more than I thought. Very interesting. Good for, wow. I really hope I don't butcher this. I'm going to say Muhammad, but I don't know if that's true. I'm really sorry if I butchered it. Hello from the land mother of the world, Egypt. Welcome. I've always wanted to go to Egypt. I would love to go to Egypt one day. Kenny, Zach, you mentioned last live about going to community in need, thinking you should start a charity with donations on your site. I would donate cash and time. Also have other ideas. We'll text you. That would be great. I will get to them this week. Please. I'm super behind, so it probably won't be till Wednesday or Thursday when I respond, but don't think I don't care. I'd love to hear your ideas on that. I got to get a lot of stuff done, but I would definitely be interested in that. I would like to start a charity one day. I'm hoping to do it this winter when it slows down for me, but I'd love to do a charity, build that up, and then we can go to a third world country that needs help and help them out. I really would love to do that. Like, that is a really big passion of mine. I'd love to do. And Jenna would too. I talked to her about it on our date night, and she's like, oh, well, well, she's very realistic. So she's like, well, who's going to take care of this? And how are we going to get supplies to build cages? And I'm like, okay, listen, I set a 3 to 5 year goal. So we have plenty of time to work this stuff out. But she wants it too. And that's why she's perfect for me, because she thinks of all the stuff I don't. So David says, Zach, will you have a harvesting video on your website? Eventually, next time I do it. I don't have any videos right now, and I'm not butchering for a while. But when we do butcher, I promise I will be doing a video on it. There are a couple butchering videos on our YouTube channel. They're just kind of out of date. Ken says, don't take life too seriously. You won't get out alive. That's 100% true. Believe it or not, I am much more calm now than I was 10, 15 years ago, which is sad. But I just got to keep improving, you know, just keep improving every day. I've been playing that drinking game all along and didn't even know it. Oh, that's a low. That's funny. Jen, Kenny says hello. Aging calms us all down. Yeah, I know. I don't think I mind getting older. It's all right. Like I said, I'm coming up with a birthday next week, and you know, I feel like I'm getting better with age. You know, I'm like a fine wine. I don't know if I am, but I'm gonna use that and just go with it, I guess. Whatever, I don't care. Watching and learning from you here in the Philippines. Thanks for sharing, Zach. More power to you and Myshire Farm. Thanks very much. Keep the rants up. I will. In fact, anyone that is interested in the drinking game, I will mention it after, well, in the intro of next week's video. And if you're wanting to play the drinking game, you can let me know next week on our live Q&A, and I will say a word. Um, and you guys can have fun with that. I will not do it. Will not be contributing to that game at all. That would be a really bad idea. All right, I gotta move on. Older is relative. I'm 61 and loving life. Absolutely, I agree. I'm just an old one. You know, like I'm not gonna age well. Like my body hurts a lot all the time. Like when I get out of bed, you can hear it. You know, my knees, my joint. It's bad. Like I have to start taking better care of myself. Like I have to get better. And yeah, I just have never really taken care of myself. Luckily, Jenna took care of me for a long time, and she still does. But I gotta start contributing to that stuff because I don't want to be 60 and feeling 80. I want to be 60 and feeling 60. You know, I know a lot of 60-year-olds that are great. You know, they're a lot of fun. They're active. And then I know a couple that are not doing well, and I don't want to be that one. So David, you know, you're doing the right stuff, and I want to be more like that when I get to that age. So I gotta learn to chill and take better care. Age gets better with wine. Yes, it does. What is your favorite color? Blue, baby blue. The word should be like. I don't know what that meant. I'm sure it was relative. I just don't remember. You are young, Zach. When you get over 60, hell, I feel young at 62. Absolute. I get it. Just saying. Living life at home. I used to think getting older was no big deal, and now I look in the mirror and I'm shocked. Man, I saw a picture of me and Jenna when we were dating the other day, and I went, oh my God, what happened? Like, I put on some age. But that's okay. I don't look better, but I'm a lot wiser. Definitely not as wise as I should be. I'm trying. All right, I gotta hurry. Phone's gonna die. If the phone does die, thank you everybody for showing. I'm gonna keep reading, but if my phone dies, thank you everybody for showing up, hanging out. I really have a lot of fun hanging out with you guys. I hope you do as well. And hopefully you learn something, but really, I hope you have fun. I really do. I used to think, nope, read that. Best part of getting older is you stop giving a shit. Yeah, you know, I agree in some of those areas, but I've started caring more in certain areas. Like it's interesting. Um, I'm learning what's more important in life, and I am not giving a shit about the stupid stuff, you know? I've got it tattooed on my body, the simple things in life. And I'm really trying to live by that. Make sure to hit that. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Please do so. Hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. Plus, I'll be doing videos this week. At least my goal is 3. So hit the like and subscribe button and the bell so you get notifications when I do so. Thank you very much, Horde Marines. Sorry. Kenny, Zach, please know you have created a following that will help see your charity come to life. I'm sure others will help as well. Let's see your 3-year happen in a year. I bet others are with you. I agree with that, and I'll be pushing it hard when I'm set up and organized. And by that I mean Jenna's got to get on board and tell me what I'm supposed to do. But the goal was to start it this year and have it a 3 to 5 year plan. But I think it's a great cause, and I'm very passionate about it. And when it's a good thing and it's selfless and I'm passionate, I usually succeed. So yeah, I thank you very much for the kind words, and I agree. David says, I'm feeling young and my resting heart rate is 60. I gotta get there. Good job, David. The drinking game word should be like. Oh, that's a great idea. Oh, that's a great idea. All right, next week, drinking game. Every time I say like, you gotta drink. Sorry. I'm going to put you guys to the test. That's a great idea. But you guys got to let me know if you want to play next week. Because I don't want to just keep playing by myself and no one's doing it. That would be boring. And you don't have to play. No pressure. No pressure. And if you're under 18, juice. Or milk. Maybe not